to show y'all my favorite way to make some peach jam. Let's get started. First, we're going to start off with 5 cups of sliced peaches. We've already peeled them, and these are from Jackson's Orchard, and you don't have to get the firsts if you don't want to. You can get the seconds or the other. Both of those work great for jam. We're going to pour these 5 cups of peaches into our blender here. Put the top on and blend them. You don't want them to be super blended to where it's only juice. You want a few chunks left in there. Alright, now that we've got our peaches all crushed up, I'm going to take them off and pour them into a measuring cup. Now we want 4 cups of crushed peaches. Alright, we're going to add our 4 cups of peaches to a big old pot here. Scrape all the good peach goodness out. Approximately a teaspoon of butter, and this is going to help the foaming. It's going to make the foam not be as present when our peaches are cooking. Next up, we have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Lemon juice adds some acidity, so it's safe to can, and it adds a little bit of freshness to our peach jam. Next, we have 56 grams of pectin going into our peaches. And this is gonna thicken it up and make it jam-like. Now you wanna stir all of this together, turn your heat on to medium-high heat, and then wait for it to come to a rolling boil. Once it's boiling, you're gonna add your sugar. All right, this recipe makes 8 jars, so we're gonna get our jars hot. The reason we get our jars hot is to sterilize them and make sure they don't have any bacteria or anything in the jars. All right, we're gonna put our lids in some hot water. Now we're not gonna boil them, we're just gonna get them a good simmer to make sure that they vacuum seal correctly. That our peaches are boiling, we're gonna add 5 cups of sugar and stir it up. Once this is all stirred in, you're gonna bring it back to a boil and boil it for 1 minute. All right, I've been stirring and it seems like forever, but it just started boiling, so we're gonna let it boil for 1 minute, and this is very necessary, that way it sets right. All right, this is finished boiling. Now we've got a little funnel and we're gonna put it on top of a jar. And I have a ladle to help me out with this so I don't make a big old mess. Get some jam and pour it into our jar. Now we want to leave a 1/4 inch headspace in our jar, so we're not going to fill it up past the first ring. Just a tick more. All right, there we go. And now I'm gonna fill up the rest of my jars. All my jars full and a little bit extra, so this is my favorite part, the taste test. Good jam. Grab a clean paper towel and we're gonna run it around the edges just to make sure there's nothing sticky on the top. That way our lids seal properly. Now we're gonna take these lids that we put in the water earlier, set them on the top, and then we have a ring that we're just tighten on, only hand tight, you don't want it too tight, and it's ready to go. Alright, these are all done. Now we have to put them in a boiling hot water bath for 10 minutes so they can seal. Bring them out and let them dry.
Let me get a hold of it. Alright, ready?
Here is the difference between a sealed jar and an unsealed jar. This jar still has a little hump in the middle, but this one doesn't. And when it seals, you'll hear this little pop sound, and then you know it's good to go. If one of your jams doesn't seal, it could be one of two things. It could be A, that your lid is malfunctioning, or B, that there's some jam or something along the edges, and then you can take the lid off, redo it, and re-boil it, or you can just pop it in the fridge and then eat it first.